What's up? I'm back. So there's an old saying that I don't know, mom, grandma, somebody used to say, when somebody shows you who they are, you better believe them, right? So why does Trump keep getting a pass? Why does the most important man on the earth keep getting a pass? Why do people keep on giving him the, oh, he didn't mean it, or y'all know how, you know what he meant, or um, he's just saying that, he's just trying to appear like he's trying to be tough or whatnot. No, when somebody says what they're going to do, when someone shows you who they are, believe them, regardless of, this our president is not smart. So regardless of what he says, look at his track record. Everything that he touches, he destroys. Look at every business that he's ever been in contact with. It's all been destroyed. Everything. Anybody else that has had 7 bankruptcies nobody would give them a dime. They wouldn't be in business. You can't manage money. As simple as that. So I'm gonna let you listen to this little a question from a media outlet. I'm not sure exactly who it was, but I'm gonna let you listen to this question and listen to his answer, and just watch.
Counter the perception, because Russia's pushing for this, obviously. They don't really hold true elections, that would be a capitulation of some sort. How would you guard against potentially Russia installing a puppet government? And then finally, how would that new election have an impact on getting Zelensky to sign the rare earth minerals deal?
Look, you have leadership, and I like him personally. He's fine. But I don't care about personally. I care about getting the job done. You have leadership now that's allowed a war to go on that should have never even happened, even without the United States. Look, we had a president who was grossly incompetent. He had no idea what he was doing. He said some very stupid things, like going in for abortions and all of the things. He made a lot of bad statements, but he's grossly incompetent. And
no, what president is he talking about? Is he talking about President Zelensky or President Biden? I don't know who he's talking about. I don't know. Just keep listening.
I think everyone knew that. This is something that should have never happened, would have never happened. And I used to discuss it with Putin. President Putin and I would talk about Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye, I will tell you that. But there was never a chance of him.
Who the hell in politics says that about the apple of his eye? What is that? What is that? When he just sent this is the part about these people that I don't understand. Russia invaded do we not remember watching the news when all these Russian troops were going across the border? We do remember that, right? I don't okay.
Going in, and I told him, you better not go in. Don't go in. Don't go in. And
you talking to a fucking 2-year-old? Are you talking to a 2-year-old? Don't go in. Don't you go in there. Don't you do it. Who are you talking to? Who is buying this crap? Who is buying this?
He understood that. He understood it fully. But I'm only interested. I want to see if I can save maybe millions of lives. This could even end up in a World War III. I mean, to be honest with you, you've been here.
So, I remember a couple weeks ago, I was covering something, and I was covering, I forgot actually what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about Gaza, I think it was. And I mentioned that Trump wants to stay in office because he knows that he's got immunity if he's in office, not if he's a citizen. So not only that, he's got ultimate power with no accountability. So I made a statement about him wanting to remain in office and trying to find any way possible to stay in office. So, matter of fact, said, if you vote for me, you'll never have to worry about an election again. You'll never have to worry about a president, election again. And people laughed it off and thought it was funny, but I didn't. Now, I'm not sure exactly what article or what it is in the Constitution that says that the president only gets 2 terms, but that's a real thing. The one thing that worries me about that is Trump doesn't mind going against the Constitution. He's tried to roll it back, roll things back out of the Constitution and go against things and call things whatever. But if there is a way for him to remain the president, I believe that he'll try to find that way. I believe that he and his followers will try, he and his cronies will try to come up with a way for him to remain the president. Now, one thing that I would like to point out is that history has proven, at least in this country, that when we are at war, the United States is at war, we typically don't elect a new president. That was a couple of weeks ago. Now, listen to what he's saying. I'm going to put it back up here.
Well, I think we're going to go in and we're going to go. All of a sudden, you're going to end up in World War III.
Just a little bit.
Maybe millions of lives. This could even end up in a World War III. I mean, to be honest with you, you've been hearing now Europe is saying, well, I think we're going to go in and we're going to go. All of a sudden, you're going to end up in World War III.
He ain't. What world leader would say some shit like that? Who thinks it's a good idea to threaten World War III? What is wrong with this picture here? If you can't see that this person is blatantly doing the bidding of a communist country, a matter of fact, even just one person, like Putin doesn't have to lift a finger. Trump is doing everything that Putin wants to do. He's sitting back just laughing at him. I don't, for the life of me, I can't understand why people voted for this person. Y'all gonna mess around. The FAFO is about to be real. And for y'all that don't know what FAFO means fuck around and find out, which is exactly what y'all about to do. The thing about it that people don't get is that he didn't say, well, yes, he did. He said, we're going to deport the criminals, the bad people. Now you see all these people saying, well, my husband is being deported and my wife is being deported and my friends are being deported. They're not criminals. They're just in this country. Yeah, well, as soon as that visa expires, they gone. And they rounding up people left and right at jobs, at churches, at grocery stores, at schools. They getting people, and y'all thought it was only the people that was going to be bad. Why would you? You thought you were special. He ain't talking about me and my people. He talking about them over there. He ain't talking about us. He talking about them. He ain't talking about my friends. He talking about them po folks. All right. Y'all voted for it. He said, you'll never, if you vote for me, he said his exact words was, Christians, oh my God, I love my Christians. Oh my God, I love Christians. Christians, if you vote for me, you'll never have to worry about voting again. And people just clapped and laughed. And then he started dangling, we're going to call Canada the 51st state. Now the Gulf of Mexico is the Gulf of America because he's proud of his country. We want to go after Greenland. The people of Greenland want us to be there. That's propaganda. They don't want us to be there. They don't want us to take over their country. They've been fine over there doing stuff people from Greenland do. They don't want American filth over there. They don't want Trump's filthy, greedy hands on their resources. They don't have the crime and the corruption like we do here over there. Everything that this person is doing, it's like he's taking a page out of Hitler's playbook. They got concentration camps down in Guantanamo Bay. We putting people out the country left and right. We making immigrants wear have special identification badges. We taking people off all their government assistance. We taking all the resources from the people, from the citizens. What is going on? Don't y'all see what's going on? Women don't have control over their bodies. They are fighting tooth and nail to get control over women's bodies. Who is out here getting abortions at 8 and 9 months and after the baby? After the baby's born, that ain't an abortion. That's murder. That's a human being. Baby got a social security number at that point. People, we got to wake up. We have to wake up. Those of you all that didn't vote and said, my vote don't count, that's what they wanted you to do. Those of you all that voted for Trump, especially if you look like me, those of you all that voted for Trump, especially if you don't make $1 million a year by yourself, those of you all that supported Trump, that don't own land, y'all some damn fools. That's the easiest way I can put it. America was not founded on the basic principles that they say. It was, but it wasn't. America was founded on, it wasn't a democratic thing. It was for people who had money, for landowners, white men, landowners, white men, property owners. Property, meaning slaves were included in property, land included in property, the whole eminent domain, the manifest destiny, all of that. We could take your stuff. We could take your land. We could take your stuff. That's what they did. That's what they're trying to get back to. You got to understand, these people, how can you support somebody who doesn't know what it feels like to decide whether you're going to put gas in the car or whether you're going to eat for the night? You can't support somebody who doesn't know what it feels to have the same struggle that you have. And then if they try to pander you, look at their track record. They can say and do whatever. Look at what they've done in the past. Why you think they're trying to erase the history books? Why you think they're trying to go about changing all these laws and rewriting all this stuff and undoing all these regulations and rolling back all this stuff? It's not for the benefit of us, black and brown, poor, under-resourced. It's not for us. Just look at how they doing us here in Flint. 250 properties sold. 192 of those properties are occupied by families for $1.2 million. People getting taxed up out of Flint left and right. People getting evicted left and right. Repo man riding down the street every day. People taxes are doubling. People taxes are going up. People, eggs is high. Remember when Trump said on day one, I'm going to reduce the prices. No more inflation. Eggs are going to go down. Gas is going to go down. Groceries. He discovered like he discovered the word groceries. Remember that? Groceries. Like, no, dude, we all know what groceries are. We got to go buy our own. People that get excited over shit like that, groceries, they don't even have to go buy their own groceries. They don't cook their own meals. They don't have to decide whether they're going to eat for the night, or pay the water bill, or pay the heat bill, or they don't have to make those decisions. And then we got dumbass people that sit here and continuously support them. Like, oh, he's a good businessman. I know he gonna do right. He ain't no good businessman. Everything that he's tried has failed, including putting, $7 or $8, $9 trillion back into the deficit. Now they want to raise the debt ceiling. But when Democrats wanted to shut the government down, we don't need to create any more debt. Now Republicans want to raise the debt ceiling $4 trillion more so they can roll back or give the richest of the rich tax breaks, tax cuts. So if they the hypocrisy, people, we gotta vote. I'm not even sure how we gonna be able to get out of this mess now because they've rigged everything. Everything is rigged now. I don't know what we're gonna do, people. I don't know. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about what the topic of today's discussion in the comments. Don't forget to share. If I said something today that sparked your interest, make sure you want to make you want to come back, subscribe, come back. I'll be having all type of different. I'll be talking about all type of different subjects here on my channel, Mr. Class. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day. I'm out.